Hello and welcome to my video. This video today is about the device that I call the bottle connector. It's a simple device. It's a rubberized plastic, flexible, and can be used to connect two bottles together. Now, how often has it happened to you when you end up with a bottle that has a small amount of liquid in the bottom? You can't pump it out, you can't pour it out because it pours too slowly. It's just a situation where you can't get it out and you don't want to throw it out. If you're like me, you hate to waste any of the product that you paid for. And second of all the soaps and shampoos, etc., that you have in these bottles that you can't get out is bad for the environment. It's just bad for our water system. And so here's a device that can help do that. When the bottle is almost empty and you can't get the contents out, you remove the pump or the cap, whatever you have. You take a bottle of the similar product that you have a small amount of room in the top of the container, and you take your bottle connector, you put it over the top of the container that you want to pour the fluid into. You take your other container, the one with the small amount of fluid, and you simply put that over the top, connect the two bottles, and as you can see, the bottles will be stayed connected, and the contents from the upper bottle will simply drain slowly, but into the bottom container. Now, it takes a few hours for this to happen, probably 2 to 3 hours. Better yet, if you can leave it overnight, that would be ideal. You wake up the next morning, the container that you have put on the top will look a little bit like this container, will be completely empty. You can toss it in the recycle container, and you'll know that not only have you got a bottle that is empty and is good for recycling, but it also saves you some money as well. Okay, and as I mentioned before, this is clearly good for hand soap, but there are other products that can be used for hand soap, dish soap, hand lotion, hand sanitizer, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, sunscreen lotion, etc. Any liquid that's thick and pours slowly can be used with this coupler to drain from the upper bottle into the lower bottle. Now, this coupler is made of a material that's good for the dishwasher, and it's also food grade safe material. So as such, it can also be used for a variety of other products: pancake syrup, ice cream syrup, salad dressing, ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustard, salad dressing, any liquid that's a food product that could be used to connect these as well. Now, this is the smaller size connector, so it can't be used for every size bottle, but if you check out my ad on Amazon, you can find out what the size range is that can be used for. Now, also I have listed on here, it can be used for glue, white glue or wood glue, any of that thick glue that you might have 2 or 3 bottles laying around the house and you can't seem to get rid of it, so you can combine them all into one bottle and use the product. Okay, so this is the connector. You can see it in operation. Now, there's one other thing I'd like to point out. There's also these containers as well. This is the refill container. It's a great container. You can get a lot of product out of these, refill a whole bunch of bottles, but you end up with the same situation. You end up with a small amount of fluid in the bottom of the container, and it's difficult to get it out. So there you go. We can use the bottle connector for that as well. Simply take the connector off of the bottle that you're done using, slide it over the top of the refill container, so I get a little soap on there. But you can see the bottle has a flange on it, and the connector also has a flange on it as well. These two flanges will mate and cause the bottle to hook and join securely. Once that's connected, which is quite easy to do, you take the container you want to put the contents into, flip it upside down, and put it right on there. Now, you have to take the entire assembly and flip it upside down like this, and because of the fact that it's a big container sitting on top, it could actually, you might have to stand it and rest it against the wall to allow the contents to drain through. All right, as I mentioned before, the contents will drain out. You wake up the next morning, your big container will be completely empty. You can throw that in the recycle bin. Again, you haven't wasted any product, and it's good for the environment as well. And I mentioned this product is good for, the connector is good for food grade product. It is dishwasher safe. It's good for high temperature. You can put it on the upper rack of the dishwasher, the lower rack. It doesn't really matter. It can tolerate the temperature. I usually put it on the upper rack just because, that's the easiest thing to do. The only other thing with the connector is that you're using it to transport a lot of slippery products. Every once in a while, the connector doesn't really want to grip the container exactly like you want it to, and that's because sometimes it gets slippery. So you simply wash it under the faucet, dry it off, and also dry off the threads on your bottle if it tends to slip off, and it'll give you a good solid connection between the two bottles. and that will help the product do exactly what you need it to do, which is connect the bottles and drain the liquid. All right, so if you'd like to check out this product, I encourage you to do so. On Amazon, it's listed as Soap and Lotion Bottle Saver Connector Coupler. I know that's an awful lot of words, but it helps to have keywords on the search so that you can find it easier. And if you don't remember that, you can also check out, I have an email address, and this was a little easier to remember, useeverydrop@gmail.com. If you send me an email, I'll be glad to respond with any questions or concerns or thoughts you have. I'd love to hear them, so please send me an email, check out my ad on Amazon, and thanks for watching.